This Omen, I got something to say about self-help. Help. So, when it comes to self-help, most people like to see therapy. Most people like to, go out, do their own thing, read. Some folks do drugs, some folks party, some just anything they do to feel to, lift themselves up. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like doing anything external really just takes you away from real help. You feel me? Like, I get it. Like, some folks go to like therapy to find a place to start. But I don't really fuck with therapists because I've never seen a therapist with a strong mental fortitude. Me personally, I just haven't seen one. I never seen one that really applies their knowledge to themselves, which lets me know that they really just learning shit for a job. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people. To me, that's disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not everyone. I'm just saying that's what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? So. And a lot of people be like, damn, like, no therapy, like, where do you start? Like, me personally, when I first started, it was just me by myself, just working through my issues, And where I started was, I was just in my room, and I'm like, bro, you gotta figure yourself out, because I felt like for years, I was just in my head, scratching, trying to get out, like, in the sunken place, trying to climb my way out, you feel me? And I'm still climbing, I'm damn close, but, the way I started was I was just asking myself why, like, let's say like I'm in a situation I don't want to be in, like let's say I'm out and I'm feeling like anxiety creeping up or something. I'm like, what about this situation is making me feel like this? And then I identify it. I'm like, okay, what about that? Or why do I feel this way towards that? Okay, where have I felt this feeling before? Okay, now in that space when I felt this feeling previously, what was going on that made me feel like this? You see what I'm saying? I ask my questions, self-questions like that. And so eventually, you realize like all your anxiety and traumas come from your childhood because your subconscious don't. And this is going to the subconscious. Another reason why I don't trust therapy is because, the occult is the subconscious. The occult literally means hidden. And when you study it, you learn that the hidden world is the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? It's the underworld. So it's hidden, it's dark. And I'm like, I've never seen a therapist study the occult. So I'm like, that's a whole aspect of the subconscious, you never even been in. And what's his name? Carl Jung was like, 10% of our reality, of our mind, is the conscious mind. You know what I'm saying? 90% is the subconscious. And I feel like that's where they get the whole you only use 10% of your mind thing from. Yeah, you use 100% of your brain. 10% of your brain, but yeah, you use 100% of your brain. But that's only 10% of your mind. You feel me? But no, like I was saying, like, so just working with the subconscious, just digging deeper and deeper into that. Like, the subconscious doesn't perceive time. That's where I was at. It doesn't perceive time. So, like, if you had something happen when you was 3 years old, it's still happening right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have a lot of adults. Bobby Hemmett says a lot of black folks especially are pathological children at large. Pathological children at large. There's a lot of people that literally act just like children. It's insane. Like, they talk the same. They all get hung up on the same shit. They all throw tantrums. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So I be seeing that shit all the time. And this is why I don't really listen to older people. I really don't. Like, it takes, like I really don't fuck with most older people for that reason. And it's not like I'm just like, old people, fuck them. No, it's like, I can see, real recognize real. And there's a lot of foreigners, you feel me? A lot of foreigners out here. So, really getting in the subconscious mind is what people need to do. And like I said, the way to start. And there's a game I would like to play. Like, I got it from this book, and it was like, why am I sitting here? Like, why am I sitting under this tree? Well, I wanted to make a video before I headed to work. Why do I want to make a video before I head to work? So I could show people a different way to help themselves, growing through their subconscious and shit by themselves, fuck. And then so forth and so forth and so forth. Like, why do I want to do that? To show people that you don't need to rely on the external sources to grow. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught that you need to rely on something outside of yourself to grow. Like, why do I need to go to see someone just because they have a paper that says that they can help me? Like, you don't know me. You don't even know yourself. How can you help me? Fuck. So, no. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm real big on finding shit out for yourself. And another thing I did really was, this is gonna sound corny, but I would do personality tests, for real. And during those personality tests, I would really dissect the personality test. And you're not supposed to live in a personality. once you get it, you're supposed to dissect it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Not supposed to be the same personality forever. If you are, then you just aren't growing. If you're the same as you was 10 years ago, you wasted just 10 years, gone, out the window. So, you feel me? I would do that, study that personality, look at everything I need to know about it, and try to grow through that. You know what I'm saying? And I would just dissect every part of me, my astrology, all that. You feel me? And I will learn to accept myself. Like, I used to have dyed, just when my hair is cut, I used to have dyed hair, dreads. I cut that shit off because I felt unnatural. The more you do what's natural to you, the more you won't really need or rely on nothing outside of yourself. Like, that's all it really come down to. But you don't know what's natural to you because you've never done the work to find out what's natural to you. You've never spent time alone. Spending time in a dark room, like no TV, no nothing, just for like a day or two, no phone, fasting too. That really helps because you can't bring nothing out. You can't let nothing out if you constantly taking in information. You know what I'm saying? Lights is taking in information. Reading is taking in information. Eating is taking in information. You can't let no information out. You keep shoving shit in. Of course you got shit bottled up. And you probably think, oh, what about repressed traumas? Shit you don't remember. Well, you got to get the stuff that you're conscious of first before you can get to the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? You still haven't mapped your conscious mind. The shit that you can see. So why would you be able to map what you can't? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But once you train your mind to do it automatically, then it gets easier. Like, you guys see my last video, I caught myself. You know what I'm saying? I said something I meant. I'm like, oh no, I'm wrong about that. And I keep going. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be able to call yourself out no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's why I speak the way I do to a lot of folks. A lot of people think I'm rude, but it's like, bro, I'm just honest. I'm open. This is how I speak to myself. You just find it rude because you're scared to be real with yourself. And when someone is real to you, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, what? You know? But this shit's simple, bro. Self-help is not complicated. You make it complicated. You make your problems bigger. There's no such thing as a big problem. There's no such thing as a little problem. It's just your perception. You know what I'm saying? Whether your mama died, whether you got cancer, whether you stubbed your toe, you add significance to the event. You do that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take everything as is. And people always tell you that, but when it comes time down to it, y'all like, oh, you feel me? That's not teasing no one, I'm just telling you like it is. Like, you have to do the work to be able to see shit as this. That's why you see a lot of niggas in the hood, they're so used to seeing death, they're so used to seeing bullshit, they be like, damn. Like, damn. And a lot of people who not from there be like, bro, that's all it is. It's just like, bro, it's just what it is. Some shit happened. Feel what I'm saying? They had to work through their issues because they go through so much shit. If they don't, bro, they go insane. They go insane. You feel me? So, self-help is the best work. I mean, self-help, another phrase for that is shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Being comfortable with your dark side, being comfortable with who you really are on that level. You know, and I really found out who I am through that level, through psychs, you know, psychedelics. And psychedelics, I'll make a whole video on them, but man, them shits used so much made me go crazy until I got comfortable with myself. Like, for real. You know. And no, I'm not telling y'all go do that. I'm just speaking from my perspective. Because I know a lot of niggas be like, oh, you telling me to go? You telling kids? No, I ain't tell kids. I ain't tell your kid to do shit. It's not my fault your kid don't know how to think for themselves. And on top of that, when it comes to, bro, I'm going to make a video about parents too, because parents be looking at their kids like, why my kids have so much issue? Like, that's not you. Like, that is literally a copy of you. And you looking at them like they crazy, like they fucked up. Bruh, you are all they have for an example. Like, you are their earliest example, their primal example. Like, parents, I think it's crazy how parents can't distill their kids. But like I just said earlier, adults are pathological children at large. Why is people having kids, and these people having kids already have fucked up mental issues and they don't know it? You see what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta make a whole video on parents, because, bruh, folks be really mentally unstable and have no idea that they are. They think that shit's regular because everyone in their circle is like that. And then their kids get like that, and the kids get like that. And now they're all wondering why they're crazy. Like, oh my God, is a family curse? No, y'all just psychologically fucked up. And no one is reflective enough, and no one's been honest with themselves enough to admit it and then work on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, this shit is simple, bro. This shit is simple. But yeah, I really want to dig deep in psychology for my first few videos. I feel like that's what people need the most. That's all it is too. I need to make a video on mind control, parenting, all that shit, bro. Like, I'm putting folks on. But yeah, like me if you fuck with me. I see y'all.